Bokato, SHEitTalkHER Black. Man, I've been so many places and I've learned so many things and I don't know where to start. However, even this morning, zoom and zoom, zoom, zoom. So sometime around here, we get together and we do a lot of karaoke. I'm going to do my own. This is a song I sing to my Ima every morning almost. I like the sun each morning and walk amongst the stars at night. I like to know the taste of honey. You know, I thought that word said heartache. I like to know the taste of heartache in my life. I never sung this part. It was a long time ago. I thought it said heartache. And then the land of funk. You know, do you want to go to the land of funk? It said lakeside strength. You know what I thought that said? Do you want to go and get a late night snack? Actually, the word said late night snack, but it said lakeside strength, and the lakeside strength is as it said, you know that dots on the paper. You know what a psychiatrist, give you this paper, and then they say, what does this mean? What does this mean? What do you see? What do you see? So the first time the doctor asked me that, one of the psychiatrists asked me that, he said, what do you see? I told him, I said a big black spot on some white paper. Or some white paper and got a black spot on it. The pink bastard didn't like that much. I know they didn't like me. You know how I know they didn't like me? Because I didn't like them. They didn't like the fact that I don't think the way that they think, So when I said it was a black spot on a piece of white paper, or black paper with a white spot on it, he said, yes, that is what it is, but what can you see in it? For some reason, my mind went, oh, say, can you see? See, I don't know why my brain cells just act stupid like that, but it does. I just don't like them. I went to have myself put into a mental institution here in California when I was here, and in Florida. And here, it was an Asian chick, and in Florida, it was a black man. Yes, I did not play with that one, but okay, I forgot about him. I did not play with that one, but I played with the next one, because the black psychiatrist in Florida, he asked stupid questions, but he was more concerned, But they both said that I could not be committed. And I asked why. And they said because people are committed into, the hospitals, they don't know why things are happening to them. Every time the psychiatrist would ask me why, I could tell them why. It's just like a cutter. Someone who cuts their arm, which, man, I'm so babbled on that one. Why would you cut yourself when somebody else is harming you? Why would you harm yourself? Just don't make sense to me. But this is someone who would cut themselves. You ask them why they cut themselves, they actually cannot tell you why. When the doctor asked me why was I paranoid, I was having panic attacks, a whole lot of them. And panic attack has something to do with paranoia. So the doctor said, well, why do you keep having these panic attacks? See, now that's the part when they get stupid. I told you. The police are sitting outside my house every day as though I am an annex to the Popo station. They follow me around there. My job is, I cannot get rid of them. So yeah, at that time I was, I guess you would say I was afraid of them. And there was a time in Michigan, man, all the Popos came into the jail. Whoa. Yeah, I scared the sheriffs. And they were all black females. All black females. They came rushing up in there and get up against the wall. And, I really don't know about this kind of stuff, And, although I had been to jail before, but not like that, this shit was some shit you see on TV. And, the first time I went to jail when I got out, I kind of stopped watching TV, Kind of stopped watching TV. Certain things I didn't watch on TV anymore. No, you are not watching that, no. But they rushed up in there. And they were all black females. And they just kept, they just rushed in and hollered, get up against the wall, get up against the wall. I don't know, I was fucking scared out of my goddamn mind. I had a panic attack, but I thought I was not breathing. But see, with a panic attack, you think you're not breathing, but you have to be breathing to stay alive, right? So I had a panic attack. And the panic attack I had, it scared the shit out of the deputies and I guess a sheriff, I don't know. And they came running over there to me. When they came running over there to me, oh my goodness gracious, I just fell the fuck out. He just knew they had killed me. Why? Because, we had black cops to come in our hood, our neighborhood, to kill our brothers. Yeah, to kill my brothers. There was one, and sorry I forget his name. Rest in peace. He had just had a baby. So, he had to run to the store. It was dark. He had to run to the store to get the baby some Pampers. And so, we always take the alley. I guess these were new cops in our hood or something, but they were black. Everybody uses the alley. We very seldom use the sidewalk. But we mostly all use the alley cars. Maybe every now and then to take a shortcut, but mostly children, we grow up taking alleys. So, on the way back, he was running through the alley, and the police stopped him and said freeze. He dropped the Pampers and put his hands up, and they shot him many times. He was not the only one. There was I know one name was Boot. I think the other one name was Glove, but I'm not for sure. Boot and Glove, they were black. But back then we had block clubs. And also back then, the elders kind of ruled our blocks. While we are playing outside, you would see the older people sitting on their porches. They are the watchers. They watch and see everything you do. And this is why you think your parents have eyes in the back of their head. If one see you downtown and you don't see them, they will run and tell your parent, oh, I saw your daughter today. Oh, you did? Where'd you see? Oh, I was downtown. Oh, she was with such and such. That's how we were actual neighbors. Not the neighbors from hell, and not the neighbors you do not know. We all knew each other. even in Texas, before I met Moses Israel, if it was not for Moses Israel, I would not have taken this journey. I would never have gone on this odyssey. Never. I don't think so. I lived in the projects, but my life was grand. I also lived on a street called Grand, but not in the projects. In Texas, in 3rd Ward on Alabama. Funny, the connection to Obama. I found him in Alabama, and he comes from Kenya, and so do I. No. I was, like I said, my life was grand. I could pay my bills, my children, I could take care of my children and we could eat. There was no drama in my life whatsoever, none. And in the projects, there's so many, because in one building there are two side by side. You have upstairs and downstairs. In Chicago, they're mostly called row houses, but when you go to Texas, they're called the projects. I found out why for a reason. No, anyways, so it's like rows and rows and rows of nothing but houses that connect. They have a name for those two, duplexes. That's what they are. But for us, they are called projects, and row houses. For them, they're called duplexes. So it's so many, and everybody knows everybody. No fighting. I don't remember fighting. The first fight I remember, I was in it, and that was after I met Moses Israel. Now, my bestest friend in the world. My bestest friend in the world. We fought, but that's another story. And we fought because I moved into Yahweh house, and she was not about Yahweh, but I am, She wanted to fight me, so we fought, but there's somewhere in between. No, but it's still all about Yahweh. So, but I got along just fine, I move in Yahweh's house, we get along just fine. And there will be more so like an underlining drama in Yahweh's house. There was never any arguing and no screaming. Maybe someone would get louder, than the other, but not like arguing and screaming. And to tell you the truth, in all of my other houses, if there was drama, the drama came from the elder. It did not come from the students. It came from the elder. They would set themselves kind of like up on high, Like there was an elder, he died like Marcus Garvey. I used to teach my children that he was Marcus Garvey, the second coming. He reminded me so much of Marcus Garvey. So, he had, there were many brothers who were doing this, and one night, my Abba said, he called all the elders up to the front, And man, those elders were running and smiling. I remember that night. And then my Abba, he went into the scripture, was done in the dark, shall come to the light. There was the brother, I forget his name, but he was over Jacksonville, I think. And cannot just keep everyone's name in my mind at the same time. May his soul rest in peace, though. He died exactly like they say Marcus Garvey died too. And he sung the songs. He was the first one to make Yahweh music. Yahweh songs. Yahweh songs. He was the first one to make Yahweh songs. So, it appeared this dude had married every sister that came in the temple. And then he married a set of sisters too. Wow. Because they read a scripture. One brother read a scripture, he passed it on, not knowing the scripture, not studying the scripture. And it says, in that day, 7 women will take out 2 women. So I guess they thought that was that day. But in the sense of a way, the sisters did not take out to them, they took out to the sisters first, you know. So that was then that night when he called all the elders up. That night I learned what Deuteronomy, and I think it's 17:17. But I learned what that scripture meant about 7 wives. Deuteronomy 17:17 is the law. No man shall multiply wives, nor gold unto himself. That means you are not supposed to have so much gold. You know, you have all the gold and no one else has it. Astec really came and he taught everyone to, you have the gold, you have the gold. He taught you to be so selfish that you do not want to build with anyone else. You want to build alone. And you do not want to build with anyone else. I mean, I wanted to build alone, but I wanted to build my family first. Because, you know, what they say, charity starts at home. So I had to build my family first. And then, you know, I can go out and build with others. But I had to build me first, you know. So now you have these Yahweh ben Yahweh sects. His name is SECTS. Maybe I may be saying it wrong, you know. And they are here, they are there, and they are everywhere, and they are different. And they put out my other videos, you know. I watch them, but I can't watch the whole thing, you know. Because those are the teachings my Abba gave to me. Then I was in my belief system. So I believed him. Although I did the studying, and no one can tell me that I did not know that what he said is real. I did too much studying. Man, I can find some stuff. My Abba say one word, and it's like I can stay 1,000 eternity on that one word finding stuff. And when my Abba speaks, I hear him speak now. This is what the rift between us. And once I put Yahweh ben Yahweh on one of my videos, you know, they start to relate. But I'm not related to them. If they are about Yahweh ben Yahweh, then how come they don't know what I know? They restrain the people. This is why I'm not with them. They lock me out. Thank you. Thank you for locking me out. I am so glad. I am not one of the virgins that carried the oil that you needed for those virgins to get through the door. Because when you are with, I'm going to call them peace, you know, and not Yahweh ben Yahweh, or I'll call them bitch. But I refuse to call them Yahweh ben Yahweh. Because they are not, they only have his videos. You know, just think, if my Abba was alive today, how far would he be with his knowledge? Will he still be there? No. No, my Abba will be up so high. And then they can place my Abba up so high in the sky. But yet they cannot reach that. Not his mind, they cannot reach it. Because they keep you in a box. And if they do not keep you in a box, then I would like for you to tell me about Black Wall Street, or to tell me about Prophet Noble Drew. And I really want you to tell me about Octavius. You know, Valentine, Cato. You know, I want you to tell me about him, and I want you to, I really want you to tell me about Nathaniel Paul Johnson. And let's talk about Malcolm X too, and Haley Selassie, Marcus Garvey. Let's talk about all my brothers. See, they contain into one box that is only Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And that is trickery. The same way they use Pandora. See, you do not know those that use Pandora, because those that use Pandora, they're hiding. You don't even have the key to get in the door to even know what door they're hiding behind. Because see, you can go in this door and you look behind the door and nobody's there. That's because you cannot see them. When I say they're hiding, they're also invisible. And they use Pandora. Like in the movies and how they use Pandora. I mean, I know, maybe I think differently than others, And then they have the Pandora music station. But these are things that for people under my control, but they are using her name. Just like they're using Sirius now. The Seven Sisters are Sirius. They're going to speak too. They've been here, but they're going to speak too. Maybe not today, but the Seven Sisters of Sirius are going to speak, because now they're starting to use Sirius. See, they're using these names to get the melanin, because just like in the movie Avatar, you know how they told down the tree? The tree was like, the lady, she explained it, the tree was like their memories, So they have torn down our opinion, and so we don't remember so many things that we do not remember. And then there's so many things that go through my mind. It's like, and a psychiatrist told me my mind races. I thought I was just thinking fast, but now I'm really starting to think, goddamn. Because now it's so much. I can go from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. It is like all 60 billion brain cells are individually wanting to speak. And they all have something to say. And it seems to all of them seem to have some form of a complaint. And it is like my body is in a complaint department or something. Anyway, they keep the people in the box because my Abba would be so far with his knowledge. And the things that they are saying, my Abba is saying that my Abba did not know the keywords targeted individual, but he gave them to me because he did not know them. Now he was